残酷な天使のように少年よのしわになななドゥドゥドゥドンドンドンドンドンドンドンドンドンドンドンSo yeah, I decided to watch Neon Genesis Evangelion on Netflix.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Alright, look guys, I'm not gonna pirate a show from fucking 1995, alright? That shit probably looks like Minecraft gravel. It's not my fault they don't have this show on any anime streaming site, so don't blame me, man. Anyway, that shit was fucking incredible. This anime has everything. Interesting characters, a unique plot, and some fantastic world building. I gotta say though, I didn't really understand the ending. Oh my god! Alright, let me say this right off the bat, this is not a review for Evangelion. Evangelion. It's far too important of an anime for that, and you need to form your own opinion after watching it. And then, after you watch it, please explain it to me because I don't know what the fuck is happening. This video is more of an uncultured anime weeb normie who was born after the series was made and what he thinks about it, because my opinion matters. I see this shit everywhere, so I just wanted to know what was so good about it and if it still held up. Spoiler alert, it does. Seriously, this show kicks some major robot ass. From the words of a friend, this show had my dick hard, soft, and sad, all at the same time. I mean, talk about a fucking roller coaster. Jesus Christ. Like, do me a favor and picture a roller coaster right now. You're chilling. You don't quite know what's ahead, and it'll be scary, but you'll know that you'll probably be safe. Now, in the case of Evangelion, imagine a roller coaster. And then that roller coaster goes off the fucking rails into an unknown abyss, only to end up in the middle of space heading towards the middle of the sun at the speed of sound, all while Through the Fire and the Flames by Dragon Force is playing in the background. This shit is fuck! However, I think that's to its advantage. I'm not really sure how to explain it. This shit hits harder than fucking black tar heroin. Alright, let's just start with the plot, okay? Or what I think the plot is, because so the protagonist, Shinji Ikari, is chosen by NERV to be the next pilot for Unit 1. This cool-ass purple robot that is literally fucking everywhere. He then meets his father after years and gets emotional because his dad is an asshole and is literally in this pose for like 90% of the series. Shit, if my dad left me for most of my life and the first thing he wanted me to do is pilot his big-ass purple robot, I'd be pretty pissed too, man. Like, damn, dad, at least give me a Happy Meal or something. Like, holy fuck. In all seriousness, his dad is trying to save the world, or something, from these beings called angels. These weird creatures, which I still don't understand exactly what they are, or their motivation, even though I completed the series, but maybe I just wasn't paying attention. I'm pretty sure what I said is explained, but I'm an idiot, so I don't fucking know. And this is why I'm not doing a review. Anyway, he has a woman named Masato look after him, and damn! I wish I had an apartment with Masato, you fucking trippin'! He then meets his other pilots, Rei and Asuka, 14-year-old girls that I am certainly not attracted to, and you should not be either. That's essentially the bare minimum of Evangelion before we get into the fucking weird zone. So yeah, 3 kids versus angels, so you now understand the Wikipedia summary of Evangelion. You know, in all seriousness, I went into this anime expecting, you know, some cool ass robots fighting, but I left with depression and PTSD.
No, fuck! No, Optimus, no, please! Fuck! No, please! Please, Optimus! No, please! Ah, no, Optimus, please! Fuck!
Like, after I finished it, I was in my bed like a 14-year-old after his Roblox girlfriend broke up with him. Now, on with the characters. I don't want to overreact, but I seriously relate to Shinji on a personal level. He's socially awkward, hard on himself, extremely melodramatic, and horny. I at least relate to one of those things. However, over the course of the series, you see him battle with these feelings, and towards the end of the series, finally see himself and accept himself for who he is. Alright, look, I'm not one of those Twitch moderator turbo virgins that will bash anyone who prefers double for sub, but Shinji's voice here is... I still don't understand why Netflix decided to redub the series. I thought the original dub, after going to listen to it again, was perfect already.
Hey, wait! Huh? Don't hold back.
Misato is definitely a standout character for me. I love how she has two sides and you never really know what she's thinking. Sometimes she'll be a drunk woman, or other times a badass captain, and even a pedophile. Would you look at that? God, I wish that were me. Asuka is also some pretty solid waifu material. I find her character's backstory the most fascinating. I also think she has the best relationship with Shinji, even though she plays with my boy's fucking heart. Like, imagine asking to kiss a dude and then throwing up after. Fuck you. Shinji's dad is fucking underrated. I mean, sure, he abandoned his kid, but I mean, this scene pretty much says it all. Man's just got period blood on him and he's chillin'! Rei is a character that I can't really speak about because I don't really understand her. They don't really explain everything about her until the movie, but I do love her character design and her contribution to the plot. Speaking of the movie, coming hot off Reddit forums and 50-minute explanation videos, I'm gonna try to talk about this movie. You already know you don't need to hear it from a pleb like me that this movie is great. Of course it is. And even though I'm not necessarily a fan of the confusing ending, I know it's all there. You just have to think harder than you should have to. Like, I walked out of my room like I just seen the craziest shit I've ever seen. And trust me, I've seen some crazy shit. But I think seeing all my favorite characters turn into Fanta is definitely a top 10. Now, like I said earlier, I actually do somewhat understand the point of the original anime and its ending. The studio behind this show absolutely killed it. The designs of the Evas and Angels are incredible, the inner motives and conflicts of the characters is nothing short of riveting, and the opening is fucking fire! I read somewhere that the ending had nothing to do with low budget, like people think, but simply because running out of time. Nevertheless, I enjoyed it. I love that Shinji finally accepts himself for who he is and overcomes his depression, just like the creator does. Apparently people don't like that ending though, and it was instead substituted for this. I'll admit that the original anime ending definitely needs a little more explanation. I mean, it's pretty much globally accepted that after episode 24, episode 25 and 26 just don't connect well at all. And just because I'm ragging on those last two episodes, that does not mean the rest of the anime doesn't have problems, because it does. From time to time, there's these long, awkward shots, and it makes me feel so uncomfortable. Like, I think that's the point, but it gets ridiculous. Like, hello? In the end, even if it is explained, I still don't know what the fuck is happening. So I'll give you the Ongaku Supreme version of what I believe the ending represents, because clearly, I know what I'm talking about. No, but seriously, I think Rei and Karu? Holy shit, I just realized I didn't talk about him for the whole fucking video. Jesus. I think Rei and Karu are reincarnations of Adam and Lilith, the original angels, and are essential to the human instrumentality project to work. It is then up to this little fuck, with the soul of his mother still inside Eva 1, to make a decision with the plan, or make things go back the way they were. It is then why I believe that Shinji's inner thoughts of him choking Asuka are formed, because Asuka reminds him of the life he had, that world he lived in, and by killing her, he can choose what his father thinks is right. Therefore, he wouldn't be letting down his father, something that he constantly battles with the entire series. However, I think Shinji doesn't choose the project. Instead, he chooses his old life, and accepts himself for who he is, a way to tie into the original ending. It is then that Asuka calls my man disgusting, because in the end he was being selfish. Or it's because he literally beat his cock to her while she was in comatose. I don't know, that's my theory, you be the judge. 9 out of 10.
気持ち悪い